Hello everyone, my name is TheMaskedWeeb and welcome back to Danganronpa the Free Killing Harmony. We are now on part 18, which means we are probably reaching the 20s area in the videos, so yay. We are now going to go straight to the trial grounds after we have discovered not one but two murders have happened during this chapter. The victims are Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master, and Anji Yogana, the ultimate artist. Both of them have been murdered with the same type of killing, which has been stabbed through the back of the neck, except the weapons were different. Anji was killed with a katana that had golden flakes on it, and the weapon that killed Tenko was a sickle. And with that in mind, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. And also follow me on Twitch. And with that in mind, let's get started. I'm also going to say, no, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. That I'm also going to say all the evidence as well. And also, quick reminder, I can no longer do Angie's voice. And throughout my entire video thing, when I was doing Angie's voice, I felt as if it was racist. I was just there like, oh no, what am I doing? And then, yeah, I was just there like, so, thanks Angie, I'm no longer doing your voice because, no. So yeah, we're just now heading to the trial grounds right now. I don't know, I have my high hopes as to who I think the murderer is. Because there are a lot of hints as to where it could be. Because I noticed the golden katana was in the ultimate amphiphilologist's lab, which was Kyo. But not only that, but also he knew a lot about the ritual. He knew a lot about the stuff. So yeah, that's who I'm thinking it is. Yeah, everyone should be in here. So we're just gonna do that. Also, before we get started, I am shit at Danganronpa trials. I'm not even kidding. So, I am just gonna point that out. So, yeah. Do not, under any circumstances, do this shit to me. Please. Also, I won't be able to see the chat because I don't have a laptop and my phone is being used at the moment. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us. Oh. Less friends means it much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smaller by now, Gunter. Yeah, Gunter do his best to help. I want you to graduate from stupid idiot level to at least Kaito idiot. Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
My voice. More importantly, are you okay, Kaito? Yeah, I'm feeling better now. Oh, but wow, Makiro sure does pack a punch. It's your fault. You don't have to worry about your dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said...
You know, it's a tall order, but try and use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
Hoo-yah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world. It is though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please, lend us your power.
But...
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, who Atua loved the most.
Well, you know...
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also...
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice, but it tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long are you gonna say that? Atua and ghosts don't matter right now. Yeah, the trial this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap. His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the fourth floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Oh, right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? No, that's a monitor. God damn it. Yeah, I know. Yep, yeah. Kaito.
damn.
This trial's gonna be rough, since I couldn't do any investigating. Do I see the statue? Yep. Okay, so we just tap on the statue. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have a look at all the information and all that. So, yeah. I'm gonna double check on my Twitch for only a little while. Alright, fuck. I didn't even read. God damn it. Sorry. Okay. We descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevators seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light from our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they really look depressed. Must because there's even less participants now. Don't say that. Depressed. You'll make one of them sad. As much as I had to love and keep hearing this adorable back and forth, let's hurry up and get started!
Extreme!
At least the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. The third trial was about to begin. Angie Yogana, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to prevent the killing game. And then Tenko Chabashira, the Ultimate Aikido Master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who it was who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Would you like to save? Yes. I like that. Nope. Yep, we'll do that one. Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think what this title, the name of the title could be. I don't have no clue. Trial of Beyond Life Itself. Yeah, that could work. I don't know. Right, let's look at the handbook to show you guys what's happening. Alright. True bullets. Right, so, the Monokuma File 3. The victim is Ultimate Artist Angie Yogana. So this is the first one. This is the first murder. The victim's body was discovered in the Ultimate Artist's research lab. The time of death is approximately 2 a.m. The victim was killed with a fatal stab wound to the back of the neck. Additionally, she had lacerations on her forehead. The second victim is Ultimate Aikido Master Tenko Chabashira. The victim's body was discovered in a vacant room on the 4th floor. The estimated time of death is 11 a.m. The victim was stabbed in the back of the neck, resulting in death. No other injuries were detected. The Necromancon. A book Monokuma prepared as a motive. Angie attempted to carry out the book's resurrection ritual. The Necromancon resurrection ritual prepared an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it is not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn the Necromancon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide like poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait after a while. You should feel a slight tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual is a success. The ashes are only good for 1 use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. So, yeah, that was what we had discovered. Effigies hunt upside down. The 4 wax figures, I'm going to say that instead of that because I don't understand I can't actually pronounce it. If I said it right or not, sorry. That were created for the resurrection ritual. They are exact replicas of the late Rentaro, Kaede, Ryoma, and Kurumi. They were hung upside down from the ceiling beams in the Ultimate Artist's lab. The Golden Leaf Katana. It was stabbed. It was stabbed into the Hun Kaede figure. Because the katana is so old, the handle's gold leaf rubs off easily. There was blood on the tip. It was taken from the Ultimate Anthropologist's lab, so only the sheath was left in the display case. Anyone could have entered the lab. The art lab's back door. This door has a sliding lock. When Angie's body was discovered, the sliding lock was locked from the inside. The handle from the sliding door lock moves at the slightest touch. Something gold and shiny was on the handle. Forehead injury. Considering the laceration, the injury on the victim's forehead was not bleeding as much as it should. And the blade duct tape. Blade duct tape stuck onto her hair. The blood on it had already dried. The blood that was flowing from the back of Angie's neck created a pool. As Mugi's account. Angie had locked herself in the Ultimate Artist lab since yesterday, working on the ritual. She would not unlock the door unless someone from the student council asked her to. The student council members were Gunta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Samugi. And then Arts lab front door. This door has a cylindrical lock. Monodam swallowed the only key, so it can be only locked and unlocked from the inside the lab. Before Angie's body was found, the door was locked, but Kokichi opened it by picking the lock. Kokichi's lockpicking. Kokichi can lock and unlock the front door of the Ultimate Artist lab with his lockpicking skills. The Caged Child. So, yeah, this is the whole bit to tell you exactly what was happening and all that. So I'll basically say it and all that. So, in order to perform the Caged Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, a dark place with no light. First, draw the magic circle will pass down from the caged dog's village on the ground. Then the spirit medium must place their forehead on a stone and curl up like a turtle. They must do this at the center of the circle. After the other 4 must take the following preparations. Place the iron cage over the spirit medium, and then cover that cage with a white cloth. Then, finally, place the dog god on top of the cage. Take care not to step on the magic circle during preparations. Finally, turn off all the lights to make it completely dark, and your preparations will be complete. The seance will commence once all 4 participants stand in the corner of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the caged song. After the song, ask this is the caged child, then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the spirit you have summoned. And so, and this is the song, which was at last, at long last, young god dog and little lost girl sealed within a iron cage. At mountain's bottom with the darkness, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be two or just one? Will the god dog run far away, or did it eat the little girl at last, at long last? So that's the whole seance, but it didn't work eventually. Keeper's light function, which, by the way, it's stupid. A function that Mew has added to Kipo. He can emit a blinding light from his eyes, which is probably cool, I guess. The magic circle Korikiyu drew. A magic circle that was drawn with salt. It was drawn on the floor of the room where the seance was held. After Tenko's body was found, the magic circle was trampled on. That made it impossible to check the original shape. The iron cage. The iron cage that Tenko was in during the seance. It is around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. Okay? Suichi and Kokichi placed it over Tenko and Himiko removed it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. So, if it's on the bottom of the cage, that must mean that the killer must have done that. Or something among them lines. Either that. No, actually, no. I don't know. Tenko's last moments. Tenko died in a crouched position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. Loose floorboard. The loose floorboard right below Tenko. It was not loose before the seance. There was dry blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. Marker stone. The stone that was by Tenko's body. During the seance, Tenko had been crouched over the iron cage with her forehead on the stone. Hole in the corner. A hole that was in the corner in the room of the seance was being held. There was a space under the floor so you could see what was dropped there. White sheet. The white sheet that was over the iron cage during the seance. It was thick and cannot be seen through. There's blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but there was no hole in the fabric. Oh shit. Kyo was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off the cage. Dog statue. The wooden statue that was put on the top of the cage during the seance. It weighs about 175 pounds. Suichi, Kokichi, Kyo, and Himiko worked together to put it up and remove it from the cage. Sound during seance. During the seance, there was a loud sound while it was completely dark. Yeah, it was like a tonk or something. I can't remember. It was like something falling. I actually can't remember. Dry blood under the floor. Oh. A small amount of blood that was on the ground under the floor of the room the seance was being held. It was quite far away from where Tenko was dripping. And then sickle under the floor. Well, the sickle that was under the floor, the room the seance was being held in. The weapon came from the ultimate assassin's lab, so Maki's lab. The blade was about 6 inches and the blood was still wet. And then crosspiece under the floor. One of the cross pieces that supports the loose floorboard in the room the seance was being held in. Only the portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. If it wasn't broken naturally, it looks like someone had purposely cut it. And then bloody Kokichi. While Kokichi was investigating the neighboring room from where the seance was held, he stepped through one of the floorboards. The room that room also had a part of crosspiece cut off. The portion that had supported the floorboard and caused him to bash his head. Are we able to get any skills? I don't know if are we able to get skills? No, we can't. Skills, there we go. I don't have enough. Well, I do, but it doesn't work that well. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Well, it's fine. So with that in mind, let's begin the class trial of Danganronpa V3 Chapter 3, Transfer Student from Beyond the Grave. Enjoy. Also, I'm not going to be speaking.
Ahem. Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Sorry.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. Dum, da, dum, da, dum. Right. Let's go for a Necronomicon.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased.
There we go.
They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No!
Son of a...
So, Rich...
Oh, shit. There we go.
That's wrong!
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second! I can't let that comment stand! Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true! I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Is all that remains.
Monodum is still alive, though.
action on mine and them's corpse.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible!
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
Could be anyone.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
Oh dear. Here we go.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie,
Let's go with Smoogies.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom.
You didn't break in. No one could have entered. It was locked most of the time.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? 'Cause a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Moneyhouse, the culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez. I'm
Gonta
not the culprit.
We're not the culprit.
Okay, so it looks like this panic action.
We must consider other possibilities.
It's not them.
Surely there must be suspects outside
Not
of
be
student
a
council.
student council.
Calm down.
that's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door. Only student council members.
Bomb. I heard it. Kokichi can also picklock.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
No, you didn't.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
He didn't.
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
He's lying.
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was...
The back door.
That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
The tool that the culprit used to lock the sliding door from the outside was... Mine! So here, 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 here. There, the golden katana.
I see it!
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was in the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. specifically, a school bell.
Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
A different purpose. What could have that been? The culprit, in that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go! I'm having so much fun! By the way, I can't see the chat, just in case anyone was wondering. This way. Middle. Right. And slight right. Left. Left. I'm currently seeing dip. Okay. Who turned the handle on the sliding lock? It wasn't. Alright, what are the options? Katana's hilt. Yeah. Alright. Phase 2? Phase 2! Alright, I like how it aids the question. What was done? Alright. It was stabbed, wasn't it? Come on, bitch! Sorry, I didn't mean that, but it's just, I love it how Luigi's just there like, I don't care, crashed into a woman. Yeah, this is phase 3 now. So left. Right? Yeah, right. Boom, 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 boom. And medium. No, left, 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 left. Jesus. And then right, no, but right, yeah. Brain's going haywire. Okay. Good? Okay. How was the effigy to manipulate the katana to affect the lock? Suck your dad. Spinning it. Okay.
was it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. But could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, you wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
All right, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
You. I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
What should we talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. It's just a waste of time.
A suspect? Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider! Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting...
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko.
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give 2 shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
I dropped something, sorry.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. curses. Death curse. I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. There was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Handcrouch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious. Handcrouch!
The people who attended the seance. It was... Yep, that one.
That's it!
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really... Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this. Very well. I should begin preparations at once.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
A pointed entry from outside. He must be referring to... the hole.
Oh no!
Wait. Hold on.
There!
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
I'm slowly not liking Kokichi. I mean, I hate him already, but still. Alright.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, the villain... That's wrong!
Nope.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
The next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes,
Feel sorry for her.
she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
She wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads. Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your lipstick brains!
I'm questioning everything. Alright.
When
So it's
Tenko
all the
got
same.
killed,
Just use
it
white
wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
What? Like that?
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tango real fast.
So fast?
No one saw. So who lifted the cage? Obviously, he was the culprit.
What the fuck? Tanko not being killed during the seance. Impossible. She couldn't have been killed when the cage was open. I'll prove it.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted? That's wrong!
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your model right here! No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
It gonna be samurai. Right, how do I do this? Move blade, cut, push back, firm.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gap, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words. Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone.
Sorry.
And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
How
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible!
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that! Screw spirits!
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't be culprits!
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done—
Wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I
noticed.
agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The they she's referring to. Tenko killed herself.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say?
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
It doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Oh,
Maybe
Jesus.
I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Hey Angie, why did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself,
Sorry about that.
why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life fasting forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait! We should believe Tenko's last words!
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe. My heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe!
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so. All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
Okay, fine, I'll see you after the seance. She said see you guys after. I doubt she has a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was a suicide. She shouldn't have been satisfied with that, and if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. I think we have to lie. I think we have to lie.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person!
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. and then stab yourself with it!
Finally, with the last of...
I'll reveal the truth! Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
Instantly?
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I've no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Sorry about that, I'm just having a drink. Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No, there must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
There was a sound.
If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
There was a sound. Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try and remember. I'm sure there's something. Yeah, there was a loud thunk. I need some kind of clue that will help me solve this mystery.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
Come on, you bitch. Oh, come on!
Out of the
ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect.
I'm hearing Alvin and Chipmunk, so apologies.
While we were all singing the song, I heard something.
Come on. Oh! It's a piece of shit. Alright, I need to be really quick. It is what Himiko says, but I need to get it perfectly on.
I heard something.
Whoa! Sorry. Come on. Slow down. We've got 3 fucking minutes.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me.
Shut up.
The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song,
Suction on! Sorry.
Tenko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but...
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Loud sound, like something hit the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. Hold on. What caused this? Loose floorboard? Okay, thank God.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Could the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There would have been a strange impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now. So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hid under floor, then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped the floorboard.
I just... Okay, sure.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
To solve this case, I need to think carefully about the crosspiece and the floorboard. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard, and the crosspiece had been cut was on the other side of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stumped on. Only one of the crosspieces was cut, the other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko, and the other was on the center right, so about where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Come on, think. Think! Alright, sorry. Oh god, that's a long word. Alright, this one? How do you... Wait, hold on. How do you do the... Oh, flashpoint. So that one. I need an F, I think. Because it's seesaw effect. What comes up must come down. There. I need another F. There it is. Now I need a C. Saw that. One. I need a T. There it is. Seesaw effect. What comes up must come down.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that, unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
The floorboard seesaw, cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? The fact that it was inside! There was only one place where the sickle could have been, and that is constant with the influence. The top of the cage.
That's it!
As in, inside.
The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. What the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? Oh.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Is it true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea? But does that mean Himiko was really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel? There we go. Intermission. Yes, apologies everyone. I'm unable to talk due to them speaking, and you know, I am terribly sorry to the chat on my Twitch. So yeah, terribly sorry. But yeah, I'm terribly sorry. I hope you can forgive me. I won't see the thing, by the way. I can't see the chat. So, yeah.
Well now.
Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz. A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz? The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn out, boring crap. Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
It is okay. I am sure everyone is happy. How do you know? Oh, they could have been skipping this entire conversation for all you know. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here. Me! Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely
That's the right answer, Monodam! Why? He hasn't said anything. Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you were killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone mourns, you get taught. No, I'm not saying that.
All right.
Dying makes you more popular. Then we gotta die soon too. Yeah, so I won't be able to speak unless it's the blue writing in, or if it's something else, or if it's a mention something.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Logic does not compute.
Remains of a once powerful
Did you hear something?
No,
right now.
I didn't hear
The
anything.
threshold of an amazing adventure. Showtime.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all!
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Did you hear something?
Right now.
No,
You're on the
I didn't hear
amazing
anything.
adventure. Showtime.
They're becoming dickheads to Monodime. Alright. Let's continue where we left off.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person. Gonta can tell by Himiko's face.
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, is not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So don't give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up for the sake of everyone who died. I just dropped my phone.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle room? Because you laid your trap there.
Was Trap only in that room? Other rooms, maybe too.
Yep. Because of bloody Kokichi.
like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
I was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. Hehehe, what bad luck.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Keep your chin up and live facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Please.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right! So let's do our best!
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up! I'll fight alongside everyone and survive!
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn! Well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
Soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards... Isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic.
No.
Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Why didn't no one step on the floorboard unless it was used for the murder? Ah, that's it. That must be the reason. Magic circle, y'all! Because no one could step on the magic circle.
This is it!
Because it's made of salt, and the salt will
It's
dissolve
because of the
easily.
magic circle at the scene of the crime. Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trip.
That was part of the culprit's plans, too?
That's right. If that's the case, then the culprit... There's no doubt in my mind, they're the ones who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive. It's none other than Corey Kiwi... whatever your name is. Kyo! You fucker!
Kyo. Was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo? Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
What is so funny?
I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
Culprit stepped on that exact floorboard, even in darkness. But how? How did they move around in total darkness? In a room that dark, it is hard to imagine the culprit found the right floorboard. Although, even after I put out the candle, I could move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
Possible. That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it. They used touch
That's
with their
it.
feet. That's how it was used.
The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No, I'm sure there was something. A landmark that could have been used to determine where the floorboard was. There must have been an at the scene. I know it. We're doing another Hammer's coming! Yeah! Love it! Alright. Okay, so it's a 5-letter word. I'm seeing it, so it's magic. Yep. Grab that, grab that, grab that. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so. Need to think strategically here. Mustn't pick up the ball. Alright, so this one. Oh no, my dyslexia kick it in. Ah! How do you spell it? I need an R. Think? Yeah, I need an R. why. There we go. Magic circle.
That's it! The magic circle. They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
You're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
Ah.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawn the circle with salt, all, but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have been gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey! May I have your attention?
I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Neo add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
That's fucking funny.
I also used magic like that before.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay, got it.
I reluctantly took the paper out of Kibo's mouth. And so this is the magic circle used for the seance. And there is
Well,
something different.
Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Yep. Notice anything? There's a lot. There's a circle. So the circle is right, but it's these. The lines.
This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kyo's lie.
My lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners. which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds. What? What? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Jesus.
Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction. Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Alright, Riboto Showdown. Bang, bang, bang.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
Not necessarily.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity.
I'll cut through your words!
You actually had the white sheet.
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. And what happens to your votes if there are all two blacking the candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first serve.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
It's one of you! Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this...
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Tenko for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. We have to pin down the evidence to convince everyone. Oh dear God, we're on another split. Split something. Split decision. Alright. I have to do this right, because this is going to be a pain. Make sure chat's okay. And chat is okay. That's good. Alright, here we go.
Kyo killed Tenko and...
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I got this, but he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Crouch bind. Fuck, I didn't realize. Ah! There we go. Jesus Christ. Whew.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder.
Alright, apologies everyone. I've got to go to the toilet real quick. So, apologies, I'll be right back. I'm back. Apologies, everyone. Alright.
And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery?
Vispero. Thank you for the follow. Sorry for pronouncing your name wrong.
Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Yeah, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. It was... dried blood!
This is it! The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation.
It was very mysterious.
It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because the bloodstain under it happened before.
That's it. The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. It was Angie. Angie was the only one who died,
That
and
bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in the research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
God damn it, my thing's
I
disconnected.
do lie a lot. And I could be lying right
Hold on.
now, too. But I'm pretty sure
There we go.
someone's
Sorry about that.
panicking right now because of my
But yeah,
lie.
thank you for the follow. Just double checking here and there. Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or... Bang, 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 bang. Or maybe she needed a candle. That's why there was a candle on the thing.
The art
She
research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
That's it! She
Yes, she did.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
No.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
Terribly sorry. Oh. Hold on. Sorry about that.
That's when the culprit attacked her.
I had to delete some things. So apologies for that.
There was dried blood under floor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be Atua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
I'm confused. I'm still confused. Oh, it's the katana. I need to find a katana. Where's katana? Katana. Oh no, it's the Monokuma file. Sorry. But it gave me time. What? What is it? Oh, it's the forehead injury. Sorry.
This is it!
I'm a dumbass.
The fatal wound
I
was a
hate
cut
myself.
to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear?
Oh,
What
sorry.
is... What are you... All clear? What are you all... You what? What are... I will not fear. I will not back down.
What?
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself. Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
What? What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you
He's a-
mumbling about? You're
he's a-
giving me the goddamn willies!
He's a dude and a
Nothing
woman
is
at the
clear
same
at
time.
all. It's full of
He's like Jekyll and Hyde.
of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog. Nothing is clear at all.
Jesus Christ, dude. Alright, here we go. Third time.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no blood stains.
Oh shit.
Damn it! You say the
Spike.
culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no blood stains.
Wait, what? Oh, I did the wrong one.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no blood stains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
I'll cut through your words.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Was Kyo.
It has to be you! It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
Killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
Yep, the murder that was an accident. Was Angie.
That's it! Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tenko was an accident?
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then he should have just stopped there. He killed Angie. There was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
He only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you killed two of our friends?
What is it? What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekio. Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. So you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekio. Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
You seem mentally deranged. No evidence? There's no evidence that he killed Angie.
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize.
Like Michael Jackson from.
Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
He sounds like Michael Jackson from South Park.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I have no idea what's happening with Kyo. But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him. Alright, here we go.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
Oh shit.
Yes, I'm not the culprit.
So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
Yes, I'm not the culprit.
So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Why must you force your delusions on us?
That's merely a delusion.
Well said, Pinocchio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us?
That's merely a delusion.
There we go.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Pinocchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Pinocchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Pinocchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize.
Jesus Christ, this place.
Apologize.
Apologize.
Check.
I told you I am not the culprit.
There we go. Jesus
You
fuck.
have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Oh shit, fuck.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Correcchio speaks the truth.
There we go. It's removed.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Oh, floorboard!
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Correcchio speaks the truth.
Okay. Removed
You have
floorboard.
no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
It ends here!
There we go! Oh, he does a Japanese
Kyo hit
tradition.
Angie with the same floorboard
He dresses,
used
he's a
in the
man, but he
seesaw
dresses up as a
trick.
woman sometimes.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
The weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick.
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, So the same person killed Tenko and Angie. I believe that while Keel was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with the floorboard!
All you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
It's true. This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shinichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Ichi, please, put an end to this. For Andy and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time. Keel, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Closing argument. Alright, so it's this one. There we go. Yeah, there we go. No, it's not that. What? Okay, wait. I know that happened. That definitely happened. What's this? Oh, that one was doing this. Because he knew how to lockpick. What's this one? Oh! This one. Go. What's this one? That's this one. And so this one, and that one, and then there's only one more left. Saw blade. There we go.
This is the truth of the case! Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms.
Alright.
This would divert
Chat.
suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room.
I miss you, chat.
To cut the cross pieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from a warehouse. They were planning to cut the cross
warehouses
pieces
everywhere.
in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting cross pieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit.
Oh god damn it, my thing froze. There we go. There we go. Cool.
The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope.
Hey.
After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door. Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Caged Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it.
I kinda did.
After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance.
That's fucked up. Yeah, it is fucked up. It's Danganronpa.
And discovered
but
Tenko's body.
yeah, to be fair, I had my suspicions it was Kyo, because he's just messed up.
And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room.
By the way, my voice impressions of the characters are going to be
Ironically,
slightly bad, so I do
the final
apologize.
step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle.
Korikyu Suiki or something.
Korekyo Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
Dun dun dun! Jesus Christ.
That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Sweet Korekyo, there are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100! What are you talking
Man, he's
about?
fucked up, but I like
do not
him.
understand a word of this.
He's confusing.
Hands up, Bach! Let's vote for this kooky
I like
bastard
Kibo.
and be done with
He's
this
adorable.
already!
Roger that! One voting time! Coming up!
I like Rantaro, Kibo, and Rentaro. No, Mew and all that.
Racing excitement!
So, I don't like Angie.
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off.
It's voting time!
I feel sorry for Monodam. He feels left out. Alright, voting time. Korakiyu. Announcement.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished.
I swear to God, if
see
someone's
the
voted for me.
result.
If someone's voted for Sweetchi, swear to God. Okay, no, everyone's voted for Q. Oh, I forgot I need to press A.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
We all know who it is. It's here. The verdict. Shinguchi. Nice. And that's it. That's the class trial done. Alright. Nice. Alright. Time to do the voices. I hate this bit. But it's alright. Wow! Seriously! You're correct again!
Absolutely right!
Amazing! This is the third correct verdict in a row!
Right!
If you manage to keep 12 correct verdicts in a row, you'll proceed to the bonus round. How's that? How are they gonna last that long?
For now.
It's finally over.
No.
No, not yet. I still haven't heard his answer yet. Kyo, why? Why did you kill Angie and Tenko? Yeah, he had no need to kill both, no matter what motive he have. Motive?
Hey!
Did you hear your motive have something to do with the transfer stone who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey!
Don't tell me! Were you actually scared of the resurrection trial, Kaito?
Shut up!
Shut up! I never said I was scared. The resurrection trial had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it? Because we're friends. I'll tell you, I never once believed in the ritual. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive?
Yeah?
Then why? For the one that I love.
There is someone that I love.
From the bottom of my heart, someone so dear, someone I longed for.
I love her with all my heart, and she loves me with all her heart.
What
Yes, we vowed an endless love to each other.
I am not taking a picture of that.
Forever bound by fate. None
He
can
is-
come between us. We are bound by an intense love.
He
No
loves
matter what anyone
himself, but he
says.
doesn't. Huh? Alright, what? Hold on.
What?
But bragging about your perfect love life. Fuck you. Some of us aren't that lucky. So, to see this lover of yours, you had to escape?
Don't tell me.
That's why you killed Angie and Tenko. But why did you need to kill both? If you ask if I did this to escape this place, my answer would be
Wonderful.
no. Because I have no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside. Inside?
Wait!
Don't look at me! I'm not his lover!
Yeah.
Calm down. No one would want a disgusting shit stuffed bitch like you anyway.
Sploosh!
What the what?
Hey!
Kyo, who is it? Who is this person you love? Is it really one of us? When I mean inside, I don't mean inside this academy. I mean inside me.
Sister.
Yes, the one I love inside my dear sister. Oh, dear sister?
Wait!
Don't look at me like that. I'm not his sister.
Right?
Well, duh. If you were his sister, he would have killed himself already.
Wait.
Your sister? But didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter?
It's not that difficult. My sister is my lover.
I love her so deeply.
No physical connection.
And she loved me so deeply. The fact
I like
that
how
we
it
were
says no
siblings
physical connection.
meant nothing to us. They called it forbidden love.
What
None
the
stopped us
fuck?
from shared.
So, hold on. The reason why he
How I
had
long for my
killed...
sister's warmth. The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's
My brain is about to go
warmth.
haywire at this point. So, Kyo killed them
For my
because
beloved
of his
sister.
sister's... That is why, for my beloved sister,
Always messing
I had
around.
to... You had to escape from here, right? No, I had to kill for her. What?
Sister.
Sister was very sickly. She always was in and out of the hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so lonely.
However,
even though I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find some friends for my dear deceased.
do you understand?
My sister is now a ghost, so her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved sister.
For sister's sake, I've killed many to send her 100 friends. They're all wonderful people, worthy of being my sister's friends. What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Sister is very happy. So, hold on. Kyu killed a lot of people. Could it be that the lipstick version
I am
of Q is...
Colecchio's older sister.
I am... Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What?
What the hell?
Yes.
I didn't do it right. After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught I nearly went mad. But sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me. Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely. That's wonderful, Kyo. Your love made me the impossible possible. Are you serious right now? Is this really a spirit? He's just delusional. What a sad girl who can't even believe in the power of love.
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick. You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just for the two you killed here. What? Seems like he was already crazy before he got here. You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
Unacceptable.
Don't make me some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sisters' friends. Huh? Only girls? I see. So when we were deciding on who should be the medium... Before that, let's choose a spirit. It would work best with a girl. That's why he chose a girl! Because he... You said it would work best with a girl. I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides Maki and Mew, they were all worthy. All worthy of being sisters' friends. All worthy? Hey, how come I'm not included? I mean, not like I care. Then the second victim could have been me? Tenko died in a place of me? Then I'll do it. So, Kyo killed nearly 100 girls to be friends with his older sisters. He's inside her and is also his lover.
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for sister. She even infiltrated the student council to protect Himiko. Huh? Infiltrate? Really? But how did you... It was obvious to me. I have studied many people.
Can this be?
Yes, she stood up against the darkness of this school all by herself. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was touched by that. Wonderful. She was a perfect friend for sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko. Though, I was planning on having you become sister's friend too eventually.
No way!
What? You did all that for... Wow. You did all that just to kill. For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You were interested in a caged child just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
Let's see.
It interested me as an entomologist, of course, but more than
my
that,
beloved sister!
I wanted to kill for sister. I cannot deny that empowering feeling.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay? You look kind of pale. Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kyo right now. Allow me to explain, though. I did not kill both of them. I knew I'd have plenty of chances after escaping this place.
However...
But Angie walked in on me prepared, and I ended her killing in a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it would be a shame to just waste a seance trick.
What is that?
You're talking like you killed her just because you could. No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to sister. Kurukyo, you are such a thoughtful little brother, but it was bad to get greedy. You're right. Because of that, I now can't send 400 friends to sister. Do you understand now? Those were the circumstances of Kurukyo's crime. I don't understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That's right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister. That's wrong. That's so wrong. Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. The soul lives on
That's
as a
right.
ghost. That's right. Even though I'm a ghost now, I only
Sister.
Thank you, sister. I love you. Cut it out already.
What was that?
I don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing makes making sense. It's not fair. Why did Angie and Tenko have to die for something so unfair?
Well,
Because death isn't unfair.
nyeh.
Yeah?
And another thing.
All deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death? Because everyone likes unfair deaths.
Maybe.
Well, if you look at it like that, this whole killing game embodies the philosophies, right? Gifted school students forced to play a killing game. Man, if people were watching this, they would get a kick out of it. If people were watching this?
Shut up!
Knock off the bullshit. Only sick fucks would enjoy watching this.
You got me.
Hell yeah! If I wasn't in this killing game, I wouldn't have been so much fun watching. The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. But my role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you, friends.
Sister.
I think I shall go and see her now. My beloved sister.
Sister.
I was unable to send her 100 friends, but at least I can see her again.
Correcchio.
It's alright, sweet Correcchio. Come to me.
Oh,
Looks like you've already prepared. Now then, let's get started.
it's punishment
The moment you'll be waiting for. Punishment time! Punishment time?
Sister.
My beloved sister, at long last, I'll finally get to see
That's
you
right.
again. Yes, and from now on, no one will try to stop us. We could be together without having to hide our love from each other. Wait! I can't accept this!
Therefore,
Like I said, there's no such thing as a death.
from an
that can be
anthropological
accepted.
point of view,
Why do you think so many cultures have funeral rites? Why do you think rumors of ways to resurrect the dead never cease? The living must find a reason. However, forced to accept death, what happens? How can you concentrate? But with death also determines
was
how
that?
you live, yeah? What?
I
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then,
I prepared a
very
special punishment.
punishment.
For the ultimate anthropologist, Koriki Suichi. I will watch over you all as a ghost. As for your friends,
That's
I will
right.
watch over you. It won't be just me and Kirikio. All those who died will be watching. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity is beautiful.
I'll be watching forever and ever.
It's punishment time!
Let's give it everything we got! It's punishment time! Korikyu is fucked up. He killed nearly 100 girls, just so he could so his sister could have friends. This is what the? Okay, this is messed up. Cultural melting pot. This is messed up. So, and he loves his sister. He loves his sister so much that he would sacrifice. So he loves his sister in an incest way, and also loves and would kill everyone for his beloved. Monodam, no! Why Monodam? Okay, that's messed up. There we go, yes. Oh no. Anyway, so yeah, he's fucked up.
What?
How gory!
No, Monodam, why?
How can this be?
What the? To think my cute child would commit suicide?
Yay!
Ah, it's so cute.
He's fucked up.
It's so freaking cute that he would kill himself because he couldn't get along. Monodam committed suicide. Had I known this would happen, I would have been nicer to him. The only reason Monodam obsessed of getting along was because everyone but me bullied him. Yes, the other Monocabs drove him to suicide, but not me. Hey, who's Monodam? Huh? You already forgot? That's kind of scary.
Well now.
Well, looks like another class trial has wrapped up without incident, so... I'm gonna take that here, this Necromicon. Seems like it's waste though. You guys sure didn't want to use it? You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster. Shut up. How long are you gonna keep talking like about that?
I told you.
Ignore him. The whole resurrection ritual is obviously a lie. He's trying to shake up us mentally to get us into panic.
What's the point?
I'm assuming you'll think of another murder that will happen if you do that, right? Who can say? What a waste. If none of you were gonna use it, you should have let me have it. Then I could have resurrected one of my dead siblings. Which one? Well, I don't know. They were all pretty terrible, actually. Wait, did one of us die? I could have thought it was just the two of us this whole time.
Oh yeah.
It's too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you gets for telling me. Too bad.
So long. Farewell.
Even now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing around.
Man, this is stupid. What people believe in is up to them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of the dead.
Of course.
The living are more precious than the dead, no matter what. That's not something a coward like you should say. Shut up. Leave me alone. But there's one thing this case taught me. Though I thought there was a god watching over us, but there isn't after all. Not in this academy. Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Well, that's why we have to work together, right? Face it together. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have.
Gunter do his best.
Then Gunter do his best to keep everyone safe. Gunter want to protect everyone. But your talent is amperformology. Entomology. I don't want Soichi to use his ultimate talent anymore. I'm getting sick of his class trials.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, your talent as an assassin is way more trouble. When are you gonna use that, huh?
Okay.
I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent. Huh?
That's right.
It may not be possible now, but I'll put in the effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone. Maki. I see. I wonder how long that will last. What if your true calling is killer shows? Don't underestimate her. Maki Roll's one of my sidekicks.
Got a minute?
I don't remember being your sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll? Ooh, you guys are so close now. This must have been a powerful bond of friendship. But I would have preferred it be happened sooner, especially not after losing 7 people. You're right. Only 9 people left now. Well, what do you know? The dumbass can actually do math. Basic math. That's right. 7 pieces of shit have flushed away, and only 9 remain.
Actually...
By that calculation, doesn't that make you one of the pieces?
But...
Just 9 of us.
Well, you know...
Humans are like weed, too numerous to count. 7 of us dead doesn't mean much in the end. That's totally what the heartless robot's thinking, right? Right?
How rude!
No, I'm not thinking that. You blooded robophobia is clearly inexcusable.
But hey, none of us gave up, right? I know we're all gonna escape, but I'm not gonna rely on God, get spirits or the dead. Just you guys. I'll believe in all of you.
Kaito.
Well, of course!
You're right! Those of us who remain can start over.
Hey!
Hold up! Keyboy needs to apologize to everyone for the whole student council thing. And there's only one kind of apology that I'm willing to accept.
How exciting!
Yank your head off and smash it into the ground with all of your strength. Got it?
No way!
I've never heard such an intense form of apology. Seems like everything's settled for now. Even though we're missing her.
You alright?
Himiko, you okay? Everything Gunta can do to help? Oh, you can tell Gunta. I think we should let her have some space for now. That might be best for her.
Okay.
I remember how I felt.
Oh.
Oh, Gunta understand.
You're so dumb.
God, Himiko is such a liar.
Huh?
Huh?
Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it, you wouldn't have any free will if the world was compressed with just the truth. But even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know.
Right?
What are you saying? Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit.
Nuh-uh.
I only said this because I thought about it.
Because?
Himiko has been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back. Hey, what are you repressing? Why are you trying so hard to hold back? What? Hold back? Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. Oh, sorry. So if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too. And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up. Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. Tanko, Angie, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without you two. But I gotta survive. I still can't go to where you are. But I'm lonely. I'm so lonely without both of you. Himiko.
Damn it.
Damn it. Himiko cried for a long time. She cried as if she was releasing all the emotions she had bottled up inside. Before we knew it, as if lured by her doing so, we began crying. The tears we shed, I can't even describe them. We were crying about what she had been through and what was to come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord, anger, love, tears filled with emotion. But at the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push us forward. After a while, Himiko finally calmed down. However...
Is she hard
Oh,
to carry, Gonta?
that's adorable.
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me? You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
While we were heading back to the dorms, I suddenly noticed Kaito had stopped in his tracks. Kaito, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me. Go on ahead. Ah, you sure?
Well...
Anyway, don't do something like this again, okay? If you dislike scary things, then you should have said so earlier. I thought you were sick. You worry about me? Yeah, worry about your stupidity. Ha! Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But...
Maybe not, but I feel like the walls we had up are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies. It seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, because of me.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. But you sound like you're bragging, Kaito. But like I said, I'm gonna get some air before I go back. You can go on ahead.
Okay.
Sure, got it. See you tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. After our goodbyes, I returned to my dorm room. I didn't notice what was going on with Kaito. Cough. Is he dying?
Damn it.
He's dying.
I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet. Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
Chapter 3. Transfer student from beyond the grave. 9 students remain. Jesus. Mysterious mask. So that was the end of chapter 3. I don't want Kaito to die. Kaito's a good person. A few days ago.
Hey there. Guess I don't have to introduce myself, huh?
Rentaro?
I get that this is probably pretty confusing, seeing yourself like this. Guess I should start from the beginning. That's the way it is. Now, Monokuma probably already told you this, but just in case. This killing game will continue until there are only 2 people left. Now, the important part of that rule is that... Oh, there is one more thing. Well, the truth is, this isn't your first. Anyone who finds out who you are is gonna come for you. So watch your back. Trust no one. And never forget. You wanted this killing game. So you have to win, no matter what. No matter what.
So, huh? Chapter 4. Live and let the lingering world live. Daily life. So, hold on. The morning after the third class trial. After waking up from Monokuma's announcement, I headed to the dining hall as always. Good morning, everyone. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. There's a dark mood in the air of the dining hall today. There's to be expected with what we've been through. In a situation like this, I don't see how we could all possibly stay in Fostek. Well, with two exceptions.
Yo!
What's wrong, bro? You're not gonna eat? If you don't eat, then Gunter will eat you instead, Suichi. He'll eat me? Don't you mean my breakfast?
You know...
Speaking of Gunter, where is he? I haven't seen him this morning. He's not here yet? He's probably still sleeping. The atmosphere is heavy. Everyone's really taking a mental beating.
Hey!
Hey! You guys have no energy. You need to look alive. You're still teenagers. Himiko?
Okay?
Your good mornings are too quiet. It's 'cause you're so quiet that you feel down.
Hey!
I didn't mean you should sigh louder.
Weirdo.
Weird. I thought you'd be the most depressed out of all of us. Of course I'm depressed. This is the most depressed I've been in all my 200 million years.
What is this?
200 million years?
But
being depressed won't help those who died rest in peace. Tenko and Angie too. If I stay depressed, they won't be able to rest in peace either.
okay?
So in order to make their deaths have meaning, I've decided to live my life with positivity. So anyway, please take care of the new me. You're out of breath already. You're gonna get full speed right out of the gate.
Yeah.
But it's just like Himiko said. Those of us left needed to look to the truth and live for all the others' sake. Yeah, let's cheer up and work hard. This game's just getting started.
Huh?
Game? Oh? Huh? Isn't that what we were talking about? Ah, but now there's less people. I might be the next victim.
Wow.
Wow, so exciting! But I definitely don't want to die. Well, I guess that's the same for everyone else.
Always messing around.
You're still saying crap like that at a time like... Just then, the door to the dining hall burst open and... Is it Gunter? Oh, Gunter!
This big problem!
Everyone, this serious!
Oh.
Oh no, the colossal high school girl is on the other side of the wall, isn't she?
Oh!
Okay, maybe not that serious, but Gunter went to courtyard before coming here.
Could it be...
The graffiti? Was more added to it? Yeah, more letters added. The world is... I'm not sure what it's trying to spell. The word, sorry. What about the world? does it mean... Is there something crazy story going on? This world is... It's probably just Feedy, right? We should just ignore it. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Do you want to die?
Why do you want to die? Huh? What? Ah, right. That's just a habit of hers. But my heart skips a beat every time.
Because?
No one here takes credit for it, right? But now there's more added to it. It must have some meaning.
You know...
No, seriously. None of us here wrote it. If this is a prank, you better speak up. But Gunta stumbled onto the writing by coincidence, right? Right? If it's a prank, then there would have been done if it more obvious spot, not in the grass. There's more depressing than an unnoticed prank.
I see.
It's like a titty no one wants to fondle. Well, it could just be Gunta writing it, since he's the one first.
Gunta never do that!
Gunta never do that. Gunta never make trouble for anyone. It's ungentlemanly. What is this? What is that writing? The world... More and more get added. This world is... mine. Kokichi Oma! Well, I don't really get it, but maybe it's some kind of clue.
Well done!
Thanks for the report. Oh, Gunta. Gunta just glad to help.
Oh yeah!
Gunta want to help even little. Tell Gunta if you need help with something, okay? Okay, got it. I'll let you know if I want you to punch someone. No, you don't get to tell Gunta what to do anymore.
Gunta!
Yeah, Gunta learned lesson after insect meet and greet.
Man.
Boring. Oh. Back. Alright. Oh-ho! My ears are burning! Are you guys talking about me again? You must love me! Are you guys getting dizzy from the face I make when I concentrate really hard? Your face? It's always the same, isn't it?
Yeah!
Never mind that. You guys are probably eager for it, right? My prize, that is. You guys, right? You guys can't live without getting a prize right now, right? That's what I thought, so I brought a prize.
Rise and shine, Rise and shine, Earthsign!
Huh? What's an earth sign? Oh my, forgetting your catchphrase is like a kiss of death for a mascot, you know? Cause I'm a mascot, get it?
Not bad!
That wasn't even a joke. There was no setup, no punchline, no nothing. By the way, who's this pink stuffed pig? And why is she talking to me?
Toro's head is busted! One solid whack should make him remember!
Ouch! Where am I? Where's Kaoru?
What? Your character's completely different now!
Pops, my family, and you. Thank you for loving me!
Come on! Remember already!
I love it.
They're so freaking cute!
They're so adorably fascinating. I could watch them forever.
No.
I've had enough of them. Hey, give some loving too. I want my reward already. When did you guys so get friendly with Monokuma, Kokichi?
Now then.
You're on the threshold of
Okay. The reward this time is...
Ta-da! The legendary Levystone, the priceless Octobrush, and a card key, which just so happens to be the motive too.
So, motive? Hey! Did you say motive?
Yeah.
Yep, this mysterious card key is your next motive.
Police!
The classic carrot and stick approach. No one works like a carrot and a stick like Papa. Screw your carrot and screw your stick. Give me whips and chains all the way. The card key is the motive. What does that even mean? So the new area you can open with the card key. Is that where the real one is? That's a secret. Why don't you use it if you're so curious? No, we shouldn't. If we want to prevent another murder from happening. Joink! I'll take that card then. Key card then. Kokichi used his little body to his advantage and took the card key from Monokuma.
No can do that!
But that's Monokuma's motive. What if another murder happened? I wouldn't mind that at all, you know.
Huh?
What?
Because?
Because this killing game and we're players, plain and simple. Why wouldn't the players play the game?
Don't screw around!
Quit screwing around and just give it to us.
No way!
No thanks. See ya!
That's enough!
What? Hey, wait up! Kokichi ran out of the dining hall, pursued by Kaito.
Unbelievable.
Running in the hallways isn't normally allowed, but I suppose boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to mention this, but I've hidden another flashback light somewhere.
Looking forward
I wonder
to
what
it.
memories you'll uncover next. Happy hunting!
So long. Farewell.
Eh? What's so long farewell mean? You forgot that too? Come on, let's go.
So long. Farewell. Wait!
What should we do? Kokichi and Kaito are gone.
I'm worried.
We cannot leave Kokichi alone with that keycard motive.
But...
Card key motive. But aren't you curious about the flashback light too?
That's true.
Perhaps we should all search together and look for Kokichi as well. That's a good idea. But let us look for Kokichi while you focus on the search.
Logical.
Right now, we need your skills as a detective, Suichi.
Then...
Right. In that case, let me hold on to that. I'll look around again. Yeah, Suichi's grown up. He's become so reliable. Now that you're so respectful, I'll let you pet me if you want.
Actually...
What the... Oh, I see. So Suichi gets that honor. Suichi's so amazing. Gunta want to be useful to everyone too. Don't worry. When the time comes, we'll use your body as a meat shield. Okay, Gunta, hope time comes soon. No, you should hope that doesn't come. Okay, where to begin? I'll search for a place to use these mysterious items. Okay. So. Let me just do this. Let me save. So. We've encountered a lot. First of all, we've encountered that Kyu was in fact the killer, which is shocking. I may have accidentally already decrypted a message. It said, this world is mine, Kokichi Oma. Because I noticed there was an O-M-A, and then Chi somewhere, and then I was like, oh, Kokichi Oma. Rentaro somehow has a video containing something. And we now have, I believe, a paintbrush, a stone, and a card key, but the card key was taken by Kokichi, so we need to find him, but we need to look for the mysterious areas first. With that in mind, thank you all so much for watching this. If you want to watch all of it, all of my miss-up and all that, it'll be on YouTube. YouTube.com/, I believe, TheMaskedWeeb. No spaces, I believe. It's literally my Twitch logo. If you find a YouTube channel that has my Twitch logo, then you found it. But with that in mind, thank you all so much for watching the stream. Yeah, this has been Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. We're now on chapter 4. And this has been, I want to say, the trial of Judgement. Or something along them lines. I don't know. With that in mind, thank you all so much for watching the stream. And I will see you all in the next stream, which will probably be Saturday or Tuesday. One of the 2 days. Anyway, see you guys soon. Bye bye.